It is time for the quarterfinals of the college football playoffs here today as we're in Miami and getting ready for a matchup here with one of our fellow SEC teams, that being the South Carolina Gamecocks, as the Gamecocks, of course, were able to win their first round game against Oregon's number 8 Oregon State, and won that one at home 27-21. As Sellers had a pretty decent game there, 26 of 33, 321 yards, and had a passing touchdown, as well as had 9 carries for 61 yards on the ground and a rushing touchdown in his victory over the Beavers. Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of the Road to Glory series here of Bryce Calhoun, episode 44, and today we are in the Sunshine State, Florida, as we're here for the Orange Bowl, and we're looking to punch our ticket to go to the semifinal round to either play UAB Blazers or the Cinderella team right now, which is Ohio Bobcats, who have been had a really good first round game, and now moving on to the semifinal or the quarterfinals here. So you see, like I said, Sellers' game from last episode, from the previous week, had a really great performance here, and he's looking to try to do the same thing here again against us in this matchup. Of course, we played South Carolina back earlier this season, and it was a pretty good matchup between both schools here, and we're seeing if we can hopefully face them. You know, facing a team that you've already faced once before is the second time around is usually harder, and it wasn't so much the case for us last week, as we were able to defeat Oklahoma at pretty much at home. They're in Atlanta for the SEC championship. Now we're gonna have to take on the Gamecocks. Now you see there, the Gamecocks, last time we played against them, 33-6, as we got that victory there, as we pretty much did a great job there shutting them down in the second half there, as they were only able to get 2 field goals out of us out of the first half. And of course, Bryce Calhoun, 302 yards there through the air, had several touchdowns, and of course on the ground, 13 of 31, had 1 broken tackle. But other than that, his offense really did a great job there coming alive, and of course defensively was really, really solid for us, and we're looking to see if we can have that defense, that same exact defense that we had last week, and of course what we had against the Gamecocks there just a few weeks ago, show up here today and put on a great performance for us and help us move on to the next round, as we're trying to get ourselves in the semifinal rounds, and like I said, either play UAB Blazers or the if the Cinderella story continues with the Bobcats there, the Ohio Bobcats. So this should be a good game here. Sellers usually does a pretty good job of showing off what he needs to do and get his team in position for a win. Fortunately, last time they played against us, like I said, they're not so good there, only getting 6 points. So our defense really has to make sure they can keep Sellers in check and not let him run around, tossing the ball around. Of course, also as well as his speed on the ground, as he likes to run the ball just as well. So let's take a look here at some of the numbers there, defensively numbers there. You see they got 5, look like they got 5 sacks off of us there in that game that we faced against them last time around. And of course, we are SEC champions, and of course they would love to knock us off as much as they possibly can, as they were just there. You see they're 3rd place in the SEC. It came close to facing us in that championship game, but Oklahoma had a slightly better record than them, and of course we all know how that game ended for Oklahoma. So there you see Johnson, their middle linebacker, is going to be a star player that we're going to have to watch out for. Willis, the outside linebacker there, a power rusher there. He'll definitely be looking to make a quick run at us, as well as, of course, there you see Stewart, their run stopper there, going to try to plug up the edge, and of course maybe even the gaps there up in the middle there to stop us, or at least with Robinson when it comes to the running game. And of course, definitely, if we happen to run out of the pocket with Calhoun, he definitely will be on us like flies on you know what. Broken tailbone there for Thompson, And of course, for the defensive tackle there, Woodthorpe, broken fibula, he'll be out for. Of course, we're both out for the rest of the season. As we'll get on the field here now. Ball on the 25-yard line, and hand off to Robinson. Robinson trying to get down the field. There's a little spin move there, but that's not going to be helpful for him at all, as he does get stopped at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, ball's on the 25-yard line, as we're getting last-minute instructions there on the sideline about a play. As we'll pass this one up the middle there. That'll be a quick pass, and that's going to get us a few yards there. Looking at a 3rd down here, trying to see if we can convert. Last time we converted, he had a pretty good conversions there against the Sooners, as Ray is able to get a nice catch there as he gets to the 46-yard line of the Gamecocks, as South Carolina here trying to now make a stop here. They're on the 46 defense. 1st and 10. As we'll see, man in motion here. And of course, Calhoun's got to get this one off here. Last week he got in trouble for that, for a delay of game, as well as just having trouble just trying to get plays off from time to time. We'll see what they can do here on this 2nd and 10 here, still at the 46-yard line of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see Calhoun here again, drops back here, throws this one there. That's going to go upfield. That's going to be enough there to get the 1st down, as we're able to nicely move the chains there. 1st and 10, ball now on the 30-yard line here. And South Carolina here continue getting pushed back. See a play clock down to 6. Calhoun drops back in the pocket, looks to his left-hand side, throws a nice pass there, and that's going to get him all the way down to the 6-yard line. So nice throw and catch, as now Calhoun looking to finish this off in the end zone, and he finds his receiver. That's going to be Humphreys, as he gets a catch there. It's now first 6 points of the day here in this one, as Georgia able to, of course, get first blood here. And that's going to put 6 on the board. As London Humphreys, the senior, of course, he is one of the looked at top wide receivers, possibly going to next year's NFL draft. And he's looking to, of course, try to build on his resume here of a season that he has had right now for the Bulldogs here and get ready for the NFL. As I see a run there. That's a nice gain of 9 from Robinson coming out of the backfield. We'll see what they can do here on this 2nd and 1. And they're going to go no play action here. So that one's going to be thrown, and Calhoun just can't really get that one all the way off. That's going to be a quick hit there from the lineman coming at the quarterback. As we'll see a handoff now. They're on 3rd and 1. They're going to run this one, and they get enough there, Robinson does, to get that 1st down. So Calhoun, of course, has to play within his game, what he needs to be doing, not getting too fancy. As we'll see him run this one out there, that's going to be thrown as the receiver comes back to the ball and makes a nice catch. We'll jump. Actually, no, he drops the football there. So it's now a 2nd and 10 coming up. As the ball's on the 33-yard line. Calhoun again rocks back here, looks here, throws that one up there, and that one's just going to be out of reach of the receiver. As I believe Evans could not get to that one that time. Or excuse me, I think it was Ray there on that pass. As now we'll see a pass up the middle there. And oh my goodness, trying to get that one to Ray that time. But that ball is going to be tipped away. Thank goodness it was tipped away, because it looked like it could have easily been snagged. And that was going to force us to punt the football. We'll get the ball back here as a nice return as we get a quick 3 and out there on South Carolina. Of course, they are ranked 8th in the nation. As we'll see a pass there thrown, and we'll see a flag now being called here. Looks like it could be on South Carolina. And it is a pass interference there. It's going to be on Kilgore. It's going to be a 13-yard penalty. It's going to be an automatic 1st down. As we'll go ahead and accept that penalty and move up to now inside the 30 here of the Gamecocks. 1st and 10 after the penalty. We'll see what Calhoun can do. See if he can capitalize here in this situation, as he has to run this one out, and he is going to have to throw it away there quickly, as the defensive lineman there right up on him on that play. 2nd and 10. Ball at the 28-yard line. Calhoun here now in position. He drops back, looks down the field here. He's going to toss this one up there. That one's going to get tipped away. And a quick throw there for him as he was trying to pinpoint that one, but that one's going to get knocked out of the way. This one as well, as he thought he had a window there for himself, but unfortunately does not help, and it will be forced to punt. Now again, Gamecocks, for whatever reason, gives us another good field position here as they quickly go 3 and out. And we'll see. I don't know if it was a penalty of some sort or turnover of some sort, I should say. But we'll see what they can do here on the short yardage here. Last time we tried to, couldn't really do too much. They pretty much were pretty much being really sticky with us defensively, closing up those, giving us a small window, but not really letting us get in there. So now 3rd and 5 coming up as Calhoun here. He's thinking of throw. Now he's going to set. He's going to run, but it's going to be out of bounds as the ball is going to be fumbled there. And no such luck on that play. We'll see now what we can do here as we start the second quarter. It's now 13-0 as we're able to kick a field goal, get some points there for ourselves. Again, as we'll see a pass there. That's going to be thrown. And we'll see incomplete pass. Moving on now to a 2nd and 10. Ball there on their 46-yard line. And of course, Calhoun and the Bulldogs here trying to get down the field here. All being caught on the line. Looks like a different type of routes as he is calling for there. And he'll run that one himself as now he'll be looking at a 3rd and 5. So a manageable 3rd and 5. In this situation, you can pretty much call anything you want. But I imagine they'll probably go through the air here. As we'll see Calhoun, that's exactly what he's going to do. He drops back in the pocket. This one is going to be thrown up there. That's going to be out there, but it's not going to be enough there for Lucky to come down with it as he drops the football coming down. And we'll be forced to punt. So no points there that time around. But we'll get this ball. They'll punt us right at our 1-yard line. It's not going to give us much room here, so we got to try to keep the ball on the ground until we can get some space there for Calhoun in the backfield. 2nd and 3 coming up, as we'll see a handoff there to Robinson. Robinson has the football, and he'll get this one there near the first down marker. It'll be a 3rd and 2 coming up. Ball placed on their own 9-yard line. 7:02 left here in the first half. Play clock running down to 7. Quick pass there. We get the catch, and Lucky's able to turn that one around for a nice 1st and 10. As we got a new set of downs, we'll continue on with the drive now. 1st and 10, ball on their own 12-yard line. Bulldogs look like they're going to keep this one on the ground. They're going to give this one to Robinson, as Robinson is able to dive there and get a nice 4-yard run. And a nice little carry there for him. Looking at now 2nd and 6, and this one is going to get us a gain of 5 as we keep it smartly on the ground. So now 3rd down coming up. We'll see if we can, of course, get this 3rd down conversion, run up the middle there. That's going to be there at the 25. Actually, I'm marking out the 24 for the 1st down. Now we got, looks like they're shifting their line or shifting their secondary there for the Gamecocks as the play clock running down to 4. And of course, they should say the Bulldogs there shifted our players there and shifting guys around, trying to see if we can find any kind of mismatches here. And of course, South Carolina doing the same here, trying to make sure they keep watch of the receivers they need to keep a watch of, like Lucky there as he gets a nice catch, or I should say Humphreys there. That's a nice catch there for a 1st down, moving the chains. 1st and 10. Ball down at the 45-yard line here as they cross the 50. Play clock running down the 2 here. You got to hurry up and snap it. They're able to snap it on time. Calhoun here looking, fires this one up the middle, and that one was trying to get that one, I believe, to Ray. Or no, excuse me, Evans there, as he was not able to get the catch. So we'll see what we can do here on 2nd and 10. Now dropping back here deep in the pocket, throwing this one up there. That's going to go up, and that's going to come down with a 1st down there for the Bulldogs, as they'll be getting that one near the 29-yard line. of the Gamecocks. Gamecocks now having trouble here now in their territory of the field. See what they can do here as the play clock running down to 4 here. They got to hurry up and snap this here, but a timeout's going to be called as they did not, for whatever reason, some miscommunication there from the sideline. They have to call a quick timeout. So only 2 timeouts remaining now for Georgia. As now we'll see Calhoun here throws this one up there. Calhoun, of course, being just hunted down there by the lineman as he had to hurry up and get rid of that pass. Not a good idea of doing that. You got to just throw it out of bounds. As we'll see a quick pass, and that one's going to get tipped as that one's going to get broken up. So now, 3rd and 10 coming up here, ball at the 29-yard line. As once again, we're making some audibles here. Making some changes here, trying to find some mismatches. And there you see Humphreys gets the catch as he'll get that one inside the 20. Puts him at the 15-yard line here. 1st and 10 here with just 2:20 left. Hand off to Robinson, and Robinson doing a little dance move there as he'll get a gain of 4 on the play. Now the 12-yard line here, trying to strike here as we're at the 2-minute warning. Calhoun would love to get a touchdown here before the half. We'll see if he can get this one in there. Pass up the middle there, but nobody was home. Oh, he's waiting for somebody to go look over there. I think it was Evans there he's looking for to come back across. But Evans did not do so until, too late. So incomplete pass. We'll see now 3rd and 6 coming up. Ball in the 12. Pass there on the screen. Finds Robinson, but Robinson's barely going to get anything on that carry. And, of course, we'll be forced to punt the ball. South Carolina, of course, they scored a touchdown of their own as it makes it now 16-7 as we go into halftime. Humphreys, 4 catches, 73 yards, a touchdown. He's been targeted 10 times as the 6'2", 197-pound receiver is having a pretty decent day here in the Orange Bowl. So let's see if we can finish off the second half a little bit better than we have in the first half. Of course, we do have a score, but it's a tight one right now, 16-7. Ball at the 29-yard line here, 2nd and 2. Handoff by Robinson as Robinson is running this one here, and he is finally being brought down there at the 38-yard line. 1st and 10, going back to Robinson. Breaks off a tackle, and Robinson stutters there a little bit. Should just went up the field there, but for whatever reason, he stutters and stops before trying to get back his momentum there. 2nd and 6 coming up. Is handed off again to Robinson as he's doing an excellent job there. This time getting 3 more yards. And that's going to put us down at 3rd and 3. Ball now at the 45-yard line of the Bulldogs. Robinson is going to run this one here, and he will cross the 50. As that'll be a 1st down here for Georgia. It's Calhoun now on the line here, yelling out an audible. Got a man in motion. And we'll see him drop back here. He's going to run, take this one in. He's going to call his own number as he's going to get himself there at the 40-yard line of the Gamecocks, as that's going to put a 1st down. 1st down here for the Bulldogs after that run there from Calhoun. Calhoun, of course, looking to try to keep this drive alive and, of course, score as he finds his receiver. And that'll be Humphreys there on that RPO as he'll get about a gain of 6 on that catch. 2nd and 4 coming up. Beautiful afternoon here in Miami for some college football. Fans, of course, having to enjoy themselves here this season. A lot of Bulldog fans out here, of course, trying to see if this team can repeat with a new quarterback as national champions. As the ball's now at the 23-yard line, run now from Calhoun as he's looking for some space here, trying to get down the field. Holds on to it, and he's going to get wrapped up there at the 17. Nice hustle there from him, extending that, trying to keep this drive alive. As we'll see now, 2nd and 4 coming up. Imagine they'll probably go to the air game here. as they've been so far. This majority of this drive has been mostly running, as we'll see a flag now being called here. And I think he's going to get called for delay of game there. So Calhoun gets hit with that delay of game. That's a 5-yard penalty. Puts him back at the 22-yard line. It's now 2nd and 9. Calhoun here drops back. Here looks up, fires this one near the end zone. It's going to get batted away. As at that time, I think it was intended there for Lucky on that pass. We'll see what he can do now here on the, still on the 22, 3rd and 9. Calhoun here throws this one there, and he's going to get hit as he throws. Thank goodness that ball hit the ground before anybody can really get to it. As we'll kick another field goal, makes it now 19-7. So still got a little more breathing room here. Let's see a quick pass there, tossed up. That's going to go in the end zone, and that's going to be a touchdown. I don't know what is going on with South Carolina and their offense, but they're giving some good field position here now. Humphreys finds his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs, as Humphreys gets another one in the end zone. That's a great pass there on the run. Of course, Humphreys just motors up the sideline there and finds his way into the end zone. So now we'll see that South Carolina able to score a touchdown on their own there. Makes it now 26-14. And so we'll see a quick RPO there this time to Humphreys, and again successful on that play. We'll see now 2nd and 3, and Calhoun trying to run this one himself, but he'll get dropped back for 3. 3rd and 6 now here on their own 29. Man in motion. As we'll see Calhoun throws this one up there. That goes to Lucky, and Lucky comes down with it at midfield for the first. 45 seconds left here. Trying to see if we can get another score here, as we have pretty much a one-possession game. Or actually a 2-possession game going on right now. But we're trying to see if we can extend it to 3. As we'll see the final play here in the 3rd quarter. And that little play is going to be coming up there, as that'll be it for the 3rd quarter. 4th final quarter here for the Bulldogs, as they're looking to, of course, punch their ticket and get to the semifinals, as they're about to defeat South Carolina now for the 2nd time now this season. Let's see if they can do that. As we'll see 2nd and 5 coming up here. Ball midfield. Calhoun drops back in the pocket here, looking for a deep pass near the end zone. That's going to be caught, and it's going to be it's going to be broken up there. He drops the ball as he caught that one right near the end zone, right near the goal line there to be exact. It's Calhoun now again pass. That ball is going to be broken up, as there were several white jerseys there. I don't know what Calhoun was looking at there that time. But, yeah, dangerous throw. As he was pretty quadruple covered there. 1st and 10, ball now at the 47-yard line after that attempt there, as we get the ball back here. Nice field position here again here for the defense. Flag being called. Thrown up. This might be a free play here. Or maybe not. Maybe that ball's going to actually go back now here some. It's going to be a holding call, and it's going to be on Freeland. Yeah, so there'll be a penalty there for a 10. So now it's going to be a 1st and 20. As we had a good pass there, but now that ball, of course, not going to matter anyway. As that pass now going to be completed there, and as we make a big catch there, and that's a huge 1st down. As Evans, the 3rd there, gets another great catch there for the Bulldogs. Gets them in red zone. As Bryce Calhoun, the junior here, does a great job there rifling that one and getting that one right there to Evans, where only he could get to it. We'll see now here, 1st and 10. After that big toss now, they'll probably go back to the ground here with Robinson, or maybe even with Calhoun. As they will go ahead with Robinson here. Robinson running this one off the left-hand side. And he'll get a few yards on the play. 3rd and 5 coming up. Ball plays at the 6. Calhoun again runs this one. He's going to bootleg and have everybody going the opposite direction as he runs his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Nice run there from Bryce Calhoun. As he has all the receivers go on one side of the field as he takes the other and finds his way there and does a great job there of tricking that defense there, all getting all bunched up in that one area. And he goes off and runs that one for a nice touchdown. 33-14, 7:40 left here in the final quarter. As we'll see a ball there, of course, getting tossed there for a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up here, ball the 40-yard line of the Gamecocks as Robinson runs this one, and he makes a nice scamper up the field there for a huge first down there for the Bulldogs. As again, they'll hand this one. This time it's gonna be a jet sweep, and it's gonna be a run there from Evans as he comes off from the line, off of the line, and of course goes behind the back of the line, gets a nice handoff. Now Calhoun here trying to find somebody there, but he's going to get hit as he throws, as he slightly went out of the pocket there for a moment. I will say South Carolina is really good at watching the quarterback and making sure he stays in that pocket there. But not so much this time around as he goes down the field here. Oh, toss this one up there. Nice throw. As he was calling for Henderson or for Humphreys, he kept pointing, go forward, and that's a great play there. As he has him change the route there, has Humphreys go forward there, tosses up over the head of the defender there. Look at that, nice play. And he is going to get himself into the end zone once again here. Touchdown, Bulldogs. It's now 40-21 as Carolina's starting to come back now here. Defense is kind of getting a little wobbly here in the last 5 minutes. Giving up 7 points, giving up 6 points there. But hey, that's fine. As long as the game stays, as long as we stay up, 2 or 3 possessions here, I think we'll be fine. And now we just need to really try to work on trying to wear down this defense here, and of course try to get this clock worn down as well. 2nd and 9 coming up. Pass there. It's going to be thrown. It's going to be tossed, and it's going to be caught. And so we'll see here just a few yards short of the first down marker. Calhoun. Of course, using the clock as much as he possibly can here. Of course, he's been, like I said, in trouble with doing that sometimes. Especially he forgets about some of those plays or motion plays there. But 1st and 10 coming up after that run. We'll see a 2-minute warning coming up here as they will not get that play off. So now on the other side of the 2-minute warning here, they can pretty much now run the football here and just try to run as much time as they can off the clock. And so it's exactly what they're doing here. Now 2nd and 10 coming up, taking their time here. They have control of the game. There's not much what South Carolina can do in this situation unless they can get create some kind of turnover and try to get back in this ball game here with a minute left here in this one, which mathematically not going to happen. But anything's possible. 3rd and 6 coming up. Handoff to Robinson again as he goes up the middle. That's going to be another first down. That keeps the clock ticking away here. And South Carolina knows, respectfully, this ball game is pretty much gone. As we'll see, Calhoun now runs off this one here. Throws that one across his body, which is very dangerous. Don't do that, kids. As he and the Bulldogs will pull off to get the victory here. 43-21 is your final. As Bulldogs, had a great game against them the first time around, but I think I will have to admit South Carolina did a more bang-up job there this time around, especially scoring points here. Even though they scored their last 14 or so there in the second half, but end up coming up short. And now I'll have to go back home and continue watching be a spectator now here in the college football playoffs, as they'll have to go back to South Carolina there and watch the game and see if these Bulldogs will, of course, continue on to the next round. And they will do so, as they'll see their next round opponent, which we'll find out here in just a bit of who will be in this semifinals. Final score 43-21. As looks like we had a pretty good day. Total offense 427. They had 390. Rushing yards, 35 carries, 153 yards, 1 rushing touchdown. Passing wise, 18 of 41. Ugh, tough there. They were 22 of 32 with 2 touchdowns there. But we had 3 touchdowns through the air. Third down conversions, just slightly under 60% for 11 for 19 for us. 3 for 8. They were at 37% there, third down conversions. No fourth down conversions, no 2-point conversions. And then, of course, there you see the red zone. We were at 83%. They were at 50%. And, of course, +5. Look at that. 4. They have, okay, so those were fumbles of why we were getting such great field position there. 4 lost fumbles and 1 interception in the game. And, of course, we did a great job there at not turning the ball over offensively. And the defense just, again, helped us out. Did a great job there of getting those turnovers there and getting us that great field position that we obviously feel like we were did a great job there. We took advantage of those a lot of times. But there you see, 18 of 41, 274, 3 touchdowns. Completed 43% of his passes, which is not ideal for us, but yeah, we got the work done. 24 of 118. No touchdowns there. 4 broken tackles. Calhoun 9 of 31, and a rushing touchdown as well as a fumble, which was of course out of bounds there. But 8 catches, 127 yards, 3 touchdowns there for Humphreys, as he was our guy to go to there. They did a excellent job there with Evans, even though we got a couple of jobs there, or a couple of plays there to Evans, but they were sticking on to him very closely, as well as Lucky. I think they learned their lesson from last time around we played against them, and really stuck onto those 2 there. But Humphreys looked like he was just untouchable out there. 22 of 32, 363, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Completed 68% of his passes there. Sellers did. You see his running back there, 6 for 11 for 1 touchdown. Sellers, it was 4 for 16. And then take a look at his receiving numbers there. He was only able to really get to 1 receiver there. That's Gatlin, as he had 5 catches for 119 and 2 touchdowns there in their makeup of their game. And then take a look at their defense there. You guys can pause the video, check that out. But their defense really struggled trying to, they got to our quarterback obviously a couple of times, but actually, it looks like they didn't get to us at all. Sacks. Oh no, they got to one. I was gonna say they at least got 1 sack off of us. But trying. I think it was more of those were just, the 1 sack they did get off of us. But I think the rest of those were just timing wise. They just did a good job there of figuring out our timing and really having us to throw the ball away, or getting us to throw the ball, in a complete manner by throwing it on the ground or whatever the case may be. But there you see quarterfinal playoff winners there. Nice job there as we won the Orange Bowl. And now we're going to sit back and look and see who we're going to be facing against in the semifinal round. And it's going to be the Blazers. Number 13 UAB Blazers are going to be in the next round. And that'll be an all-state Sugar Bowl, as we'll be facing them. And of course, take a look. UCF still alive. As the top 4 seeds are still alive in the game, matter of fact, as UCF will take on Ohio State in that second semifinal round. And of course, the winners of those semifinal rounds will be a part of the national championship game, and we're hoping to be in that situation here coming up. And after coming up in the next episode, so we'll take on the Blazers. We'll see how well we do against them. They have been a very good, talented team this season. They're in the Conference USA, as they've been playing some really good football here and getting some nice wins here against some decent opponents. And now they're going to try to see if they can do the same and try to see if they can have a huge upset against the number 1 team in the nation, who's been that way all season long, and that is the Georgia Bulldogs. We'll see how things go there as we head to New Orleans for the Sugar Bowl. It's going to be a good one here, no doubt. And we'll see if these Bulldogs can be, definitely, you see they're battle tested. We'll see if we can, of course, continue the fight and keep our hopes alive for another national championship game appearance. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you happen to be new, and of course hit that bell notification so you guys be notified of this series or any other series that happens to be uploaded here to the channel. And of course, don't forget, most importantly, to hit or go to our main channel, I should say, and of course our social media, our main channel, ESGNet, here on the channel. Definitely go check it out, guys. We've got great content over there. And of course, social media down below. That's the best way, especially Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, is the best way to find out what's going on here on the channel when the videos are uploaded, or any other types of news I like to drop about the channel or series and whatnot. So that's the best way to follow us there, or of course follow us on Discord. I don't really say too much about our Discord, but we do have a Discord over there, and I do occasionally upload or do post stuff over there as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more here on the channel as the Bulldogs want to get another spot here, get another fight. This time we're going to be fighting a dragon and see if we can get back into the national championship game. As always, keep yourselves healthy, and I will see you all next time.